Living high vibration through self-worth. This is part 3 to wrap up the previous 2 videos about self-worth and the effect that that has on our life, and how to clean that up so that we have a high vibration going on in that area. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. So this is our life of feeling good about ourselves and feeling good about life, knowing how everything works. Of course, from the creative process. And, we want the high vibration version of the things that we want. It's the high vibration relationship, the high vibration money, the high vibration house, friends, job, everything. We want it to be the way we want it to be. You see, we're all rich, we're born rich, so we just have it the way that we want it to be. And when we feel good about ourselves, we're not trying to prove ourselves or seek validation or any of that stuff. We just know who we are, and we know how life works, and we know that life causes us to ask. And anytime something's not going the way that we want it to go or is not the way we want it to be, the new version is all lined up for us to receive it. So the more you understand that, the better you feel about yourself, and you don't feel any need to prove yourself in any way at all, and you're very calm and relaxed in knowing that it's all going to flow for you in the way that you want it to flow. So let me just go back through just a quick little recap on so far what I covered in the series, and where we take this in terms of moving from a place of perhaps lacking in some level of self-worth and getting it all back right into order. So just this is what we grew up with. We grew up with this programming because, we repetitively seen the same messaging, which we seen people reacting to this and that and freaking out. We seen people telling others what to do and one person pleasing another. And we were looking for approval and validation. We seen that happening around us. People being afraid, nervous, working hard in a struggling, straining kind of way. Expecting others to change. We've seen fighting, we've seen rushing around, we see people blaming, and people trying to do it right. So all low vibration stuff, and we just seen a lot of that repetitively day after day in our growing up years. And that repetitiveness put beliefs in our subconscious mind, because a belief is just a thought that we continue to think, and then it gets recorded, and then it becomes a default broadcast to the law of attraction. So that's why the beliefs that we pick up in our childhood actually run our life until we change them. So that's what happened to our self-worth. We took on a very skewed version of who we really are because of all these things that we've seen. And so now we know it's different. Now we know the creative process, and we know life is really very different than what we've been taught. And even though we were not responsible for the programming that happened to us growing up, we are certainly responsible for the programming, the reprogramming now. And so anytime we feel thoughts of unworthiness or not good enough or not deserving, we want to go right into that deconstruction, reconstruction process and get ourselves right back into feeling worthy. And we want to do that quickly, and we want to do it over and over and over and over. And as we do it, we'll get good at it, we'll get faster at it. But we got to do the same process. There's no magic wand, there's no magic pill to get our worthiness back in order. It's the same process that took our worthiness out of alignment. We got to do the same process to get it back in alignment. And we have our lovely inner being that anytime we talk with ourselves and think we're not good enough in some way, our inner being will send us the emotion of unworthiness, and that's our indicator to say, okay, time to start reaching for other thoughts. Again, deconstruct the negative feeling thoughts and reconstruct in the situation into positive feeling thoughts, and we have the wonderful creative process, all that knowledge that helps us to reconnect with our true self and why we're here and how life works. And then we get to feeling better again. And as we do that over and over again, we clean up our subconscious beliefs around so many things as we clean it up around ourself and get our true self back into order. So that is the process that we're in right now. This is where humanity is right now. To some degree, all of us are doing it because as we come up with these thoughts of unworthiness or not deserving or not good enough or I was wrong or why did I do it this way or I ruined my life or it just goes on and on. The crazy thoughts that came out of those faulty beliefs and we think about ourselves. And anytime, like I said, you hear one of those thoughts in your mind, boom, right into reprogramming through the deconstruction, reconstruction. And over time, you will displace those beliefs. A month, a few months could make a really big difference if you're consistent. Make a really big difference, but you got to have the consistency. And you have the accurate knowledge of life, so you've got the knowledge to do it. You've got the knowledge to do that deconstruction, reconstruction. Now it's just a matter if you will do it and you'll do it consistently. And as sure as you got programmed here, you can do the reprogramming here. Absolutely, 100%. So as we do that, life changes for us because, if we went into thinking about going into a relationship from unworthiness, we're always thinking about, I want to look presentable. I want to make myself look attractive or, worthy of this person. And it was all like qualifying. Make sure we got to qualify. And now as we're restoring our self-worth, we don't do that anymore because we don't care about rejection. Because we know life experience causes us to ask for what we want for. And even though we connect with somebody that if it turns out that, we don't like each other in terms of the qualities that we have or the way that we live, it's no big deal. Because even though we're on our way to self-worth, it's very likely the old faulty beliefs are still interfering. And so the person that we meet is not necessarily going to be the high vibration person. So we got to do a little checking out and to see if on the physical level that it is the high vibration connection that we want. And even if it's two high vibration people, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have the same qualities. But as you get closer and closer to that high vibration, then your inner being really can lead you to the person that will fill all those qualities. But right now, it's safe to say that we're in the process of displacing that. So it's okay to have those conversations. But now instead of trying to be what you think the other person wants you to be, you can be yourself because you're good just as you are. And that what you're looking for is looking for you. So it's all good if you don't agree with each other, that you just go on your way. And it's like, okay, well, something better is there all lined up for me. And it's the same thing in a job situation. You're not thinking about rejection or you're not in desperation. I got to get this job. If it doesn't work out on either side, maybe the person coming in doesn't like what the employer is offering, or as the person walks in and the employer is saying, well, that person doesn't match up, and everybody's cool because you're just knowing that everything that you want is lined up for you to receive. And so through the conversation you can just see if it's the high vibration one or not. And as I said, that's where humanity is right now. We are all restoring to our natural true self and our true self-worth. And so we may not be connecting with the things that are the one that we want. So we want to do a little bit of conversation just to help with that process of getting back to our natural self-worth. But again, what's so different about it is we're not, we're not bothered anymore if something doesn't work out, and we don't feel desperate and we don't feel rejected. See, that's the big thing. That's the big step that's happening now, that we're just okay with however it works out, because we know whatever it is, one way or another, we're going to have what we want as we continue to have more and more and more positive focus. So it's the same thing with any kind of relationships with anybody. If something's going on and you don't feel that good about the connection, then for one, you just know you have some more work to do on yourself, and you don't get upset or blame anybody or freak out or any of that stuff. You just keep looking at the positive aspects of people, and how it all helped you to be aware, to continue to work on your self-worth and continue to talk with yourself, and the kind of experiences that you want, and that all keeps working towards building your self-worth and building your relationships with others so that they're more in align with the way that you want them to be. And even down to material wealth, let's say money, including money, we're not wondering how we're going to get it. We're more thinking in how much we want, because we know it's all set up for us. And as we keep that positive focus, it just flows into our life as we want it, however we want to experience it. So it goes from wondering how to just being comfortable with how much. And that all comes together more and more as you feel your natural self-worth, and that, the universe did set everything up for us to receive everything we want, because life causes us to ask for what we want, and everything is set up so that we can receive it. So no matter what part of your life it is, if there's something that's not going the way that you want it to go, you know for sure that the situation that you want is set up. So as you go into the physical experience of anything, if it seems like it's not what you really want, it's no sweat to back out and back away, and keep your energy, keep your mind focused on the positive aspects of the situation, and on the positive knowings that you're learning about yourself and how good you are. Again, that deconstruction, reconstruction process, and the knowing that the things that you want are set up for you to receive. And if you'll keep your mind in that space, you're really going to build your self-worth back, and things will just continue to flow more smoothly over time, and relationships of every kind will smooth out and be more satisfying as you see the best in everything and everybody, and set that expectation. Okay, so that is the message for today. That wraps up this series on self-worth. So here it is. Here's your self-worth life, where you're feeling really good and you're beaming that high vibration energy, and you're in the flow of high vibration energy. That's your natural place to be in the day. And when you are, everything you want, it just flows to you on a really nice path. It's not like it just shows up. I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it. You don't want it. You don't want life to be like that. It's like, I want it, and I want to enjoy the path that brings me together, because there's so much goodness on that path. So you just enjoy that, and then you receive, and then after a while you want things to be a little different, and then that's the contrast, and you ask for more, and then that's on the way too, and then you're feeling good about receiving that upgrade. So it's all good, and that's life from a good, healthy, solid self-worth, high vibration of self-worth. Okay, thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.